So you started the carnivore diet and you go out for lunch with friends, and out of the goodness of their heart, of course, they're concerned about you. Even though they're seeing that drastic changes are happening in your body, they still, with their little knowledge, say things like, "You're not getting enough potassium. You need to eat vegetables to get potassium." So it got me wondering, how high are meats in potassium, and what could I eat daily to make sure that I get enough potassium? Is potassium really important? So I went down the rabbit hole. Hey Carnivore Tribe, welcome back. In today's video, I want to ask, are you getting enough potassium from your carnivore diet? I want to be prepared the next time I'm sitting down at lunch or dinner with friends or family, that I can help educate, because they don't know, just like I didn't know months ago. So if you want to know if you're getting enough potassium in your carnivore diet, stick around. Let's get into it. So let's learn some basics first of all. What is the recommended daily potassium intake for an adult woman? Well, it's 2,600 milligrams per day. Now, of course, there might be exceptions to this. For instance, if you're pregnant, you'd need 2,900 milligrams, lactating 2,800, but obviously consult with your doctor or your nutritionist. And athletes or women with a lot of sweat loss, like water loss, may even need more. So that's definitely me living in a hot climate. So why is potassium important? Well, it helps regulate blood pressure, it supports muscle and nerve function, it balances fluid and electrolytes. We need that desperately, at least I do. And it's also found in many vegetables. So the question is, can we replace that by only eating meat? The simple answer is yes. Meats do contain potassium, sometimes in significant amounts, though not as much as fruits, vegetables, and legumes. But because we're nourishing our body with the abundance of meat, let's see if we can get enough potassium. Let's break it down. So interestingly enough, it does matter how you prepare it and the type of meat that you use for the amount of levels of potassium. So unprocessed meats tend to have better potassium sources than processed meat, like bacon or sausage. But bacon is still my go-to because it's all about getting what works for you, and bacon works for me. Cooking methods can also affect the potassium levels. Boiling it may reduce the potassium slightly, but probably not enough to really worry about it. And cured meats often have added sodium and preservatives, and I don't tend to run for those anyways. So that day at the restaurant with my friends, I had shrimp wrapped with bacon. So I asked myself, does bacon have enough potassium in this meal for my daily requirement? So I looked it up, and bacon cooked has about 40 to 60 milligrams of potassium per slice, approximately 8 grams. And banana, medium banana, would have anywhere from 400 to 450 milligrams of potassium. So you need about 9 slices of bacon to equal 1 banana. So I gotta tell you, throughout the day, I easily eat 9 pieces of bacon, if not more. Now, I can just hear some of you saying, but Brenda, that's a far cry from 2,600 milligrams per day. But you have to remember, there's other foods that are in play here, like chicken and ground beef and steak. Chicken breast, 3 ounces of chicken breast alone is 220 to 300 milligrams. Sirloin piece, 3 ounces, is about 270 to 320 milligrams. And ground beef itself is 230 to about 280 milligrams per 3 ounces. Well, I eat a hell of a lot more than 3 ounces at every sitting pretty well. So my potassium levels are just fine. And you know what? With the carnivore diet, I haven't felt better. So my key takeaways from looking into this deeper was recommended potassium intake varies by age and condition. Yes, meats provide potassium, and there's no need for veggies. Processed meats have less potassium and more sodium, sometimes not so good, but the carnivore diet in general is potassium rich. It has potassium rich meats and supports our health and healing from within. So the bottom line is meats provide an adequate amount of potassium and can contribute meaningfully to your daily intake requirements, especially when it's sizzling bacon on the side. That's it for this week's video. Hope you enjoyed, and until next week, hasta luego, and sending you guys bacon-scented blessing for your week ahead. Love you.
On my plate, it's a dream come true. Butter melting down like morning dew.